Hi, I'm Michela from the engagement team at Long Service Corporation. Thanks for watching this video on how to manage your workers in the Long Service Corporation Employer Portal. So the portal's been built to give you a straightforward process with 4 steps to completing each quarterly service return. So the first one is to manage access to the portal and review the staff that have access to your system. The first step is to manage the workers in your business, to enter and upload the service returns, and then to process the levy contributions. So in this video, we're going to focus on the steps to manage your workers. For any of the functions in the employer portal, your first step will always be to ensure that the right staff have the right access to the portal. So to do that, you go to the Business Details tab across the top bar there and check your register of active delegates and what level of access they have for the different functions. So in this video, we're focusing on managing workers. So that function might sit with the HR team or the staff that cover the HR function in your business. So it'll be important to make sure all the workers that need that access are activated within the system. They would then, keep your workforce updated and keep your workers updated as they come and go from your organisation. Now, we do recommend reviewing staff access as part of the quarterly returns process. We're now going to move on to your steps for managing workers. So depending on the size of your workforce or your preference, you have the option to either add workers individually or to upload a spreadsheet, a CSV file with all your workers at once. Now, the information that we need about your workers will be their personal information, so name, address, date of birth. Their employment information, your payroll number is optional, but we do need the date that they start. So that's their start date with the scheme, not the start date necessarily with your organisation. A lot of workers will start on the 1st of July 2025, or if people join you after that date, that will be the start date with the scheme. Also to have finish dates updated as people leave. Now, the worker contact information here is mandatory. We do need a mobile number, an email, and address details for your staff. The email address you enter here is the email that we will use to notify your worker that they've been included on your service return and that they need to confirm their service link with you as their employer. The worker will receive that notification, but from there they will actually use their My Service New South Wales account and those login details to log in, to verify their identity and to create their own profile in the worker portal. Now, if you are uploading multiple workers at once, and if you have been using the worker service tracking template that was provided, you can download a new version of the template through the portal and just copy and paste across the columns from your original template and then upload that as necessary. Now, just noting here with our functionality at the moment, we can only accept files up to 5 megabytes in size. So for our larger corporations, we are recommending that you submit your CSV files in batches of up to 999 workers at a time. Now, once you've uploaded your workers, they will show up then in your Manage Workers tab, and you will be able to track their registration status. So when you first uploaded them, the right-hand column there shows that their invite is pending. Their invitation is ready to be sent. That will be triggered when you submit them on a service return. So once you've submitted the service return, and in your status here will show up as invitation sent to your worker. Now, once they have gone on and completed their part of the registration process and confirmed that service link with you as their employer, this status then will show up in your system as registered. So you've got all the right links in place there. Now, the notification that will come out will be sent once you have been included, a worker included on your service return. So there is a separate video on the process of submitting your service returns. But for now, we'll just have a quick look at what the worker's experience will be like with the process. So once you've submitted your service return, your workers will receive the invitation to register. They'll need to verify their ID through 2 forms of ID through Service New South Wales. And I'm recommending here that we get people to have a look into that beforehand. It does need to, the two forms of ID need to line up with the current versions of their legal name. So we need to consider things like maiden names, versions of names, different spelling of names, the order of names, etc., to have a smooth process there. Now, look, if anybody's struggling to meet those ID requirements, and then please reach out to the corporation. We can see what options are available. But once your worker has got through that process, they will be able to complete their registration, and the corporation will allocate them with a unique worker reference number. Now, that will stay with them, with each of their employers, to track their service towards their future entitlements. Now, as well as these short videos, we also have some more resources on our new resources hub. So we have an employer checklist, and there's also an industry toolkit available to share communications information out about the scheme. You can contact the Long Service Corporation on 131441. Feel free to send us an email to info@longservice.nsw.gov.au. And please indicate if you're interested in our engagement team coming and having a talk at your workplace to either your admin or your whole staff. Now, we, as always, are very keen to get your feedback from any sessions that we deliver. So a QR code is there for you to be able to provide us with some feedback on today's session. Hope it's been helpful. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.